Alexei Navalny, the main anti-Putin politician in Russia, went missing in early December of 2023. 3 years ago, in 2021, he came back to Russia after treatment following his poisoning and was arrested at the airport. He was imprisoned on fabricated charges and remains in prison to this day. In August of 2023, Navalny received a new 19-year sentence, which he began serving at the Correctional Facility number 6 in the Vladimir region, only a couple of hundred kilometers from Moscow. This facility has been known to cut off Navalny's contact with his family and lawyers. However, previously, he would only go missing for 6 days at a time. But in December, there was no news from him for 20 days straight. On December 25th, he was finally found at a maximum security prison 60 kilometers to the north of the Arctic Circle, one of the coldest and remotest places in Russia and the world. Even though Navalny was sent to a prison thousands of kilometers away, his case is still being tried in a district court in the town of Kovrov, also in the Vladimir region. On January 10th, the politician appeared on a video call to the courtroom, which was the first time that the public had seen him in over a month. Here are some things he had to say.
Но у меня новая фишка. Теперь почему на животе написано «не покатай ШИЗО».
Какие-нибудь письма дошли?
Нет, пока еще никакие не дошли.
Как вы себя чувствуете, Алексей?
Нормально, все хорошо, спасибо большое.
В камере холодно?
Нет, нормально. Ну, то есть, вот, в одной камере, я в нескольких камерах сначала на карантине, потом в ЕПКТ, а сейчас в ШИЗО. Где-то теплее, где-то холоднее, но рабочие вопросы мы пытаемся регулировать.
А книги?
Вообще, по условиям содержания, тут камешек ваш огород, уважаемые ответчики. Гораздо лучше, чем в ИК-6 во Владимире.
My colleague Alina Didkovskaya compiled all that is known about the penitentiary where Navalny has been transported to.
The Arctic, maximum security prison number 3 in the Harp settlement in the Yamal-Ninets autonomous region. This footage was made 4 years ago when the colony held an open house. The prison is also known by the name Polar Wolf or Troika colloquially. Pro-Kremlin media call it one of the most difficult colonies to serve a sentence in.
A sense of utter hopelessness is instilled here. It seems that such conditions not only make it easier to control the correctional process, but as we were told by one of the longest-serving residents, it is easier to break people here, and their rebelliousness vanishes without a trace.
The prison's capacity is 1,085 convicts, but it's not full at the moment. This is a penitentiary designed for the most dangerous criminals and repeated offenders.
Грабители, воры, убийцы.
Время прогулки. Двор 20 на 5 метров за колючей проволокой. По часу в день осужденные измеряют шагом до боли знакомый маршрут. Каждый из них отъявленный рецидивист.
Мне 55 лет, 56-й будет. Вот мне 33 года срока, я уже 20 лет сижу. Остался 13, зато я рад. Пускай я до конца буду, зато я Аллахом каждый день общаюсь. Нам не мешает все, где мы хотим, намаз читаем, где хотим, книга читаем. Здесь все удобства есть.
Despite the upbeat stories that convicts tell on camera, the online reviews of this colony are not that positive. The prisoners' families complain about the conditions their relatives serve their sentences in, as well as point out that it's near impossible to stay in contact. Sometimes they don't hear from their incarcerated relatives for 2 months at a time.
Мой муж приехал из этого ада.
У меня тоже сын там, и уже 2 месяца не пишет и на письма не отвечает. Звоню постоянно, номер не существует.
The Harp settlement is 60 kilometers to the north of the Arctic Circle, with a population of around 5,000 residents. Many of the buildings were constructed by the convicts. It is polar night there at the moment. It is a very remote location, and this is how one gets from Moscow to Harp.
3 hours by plane, 1.5 hours by car through permafrost and frozen rivers, and you're there, the Harp settlement.
The penitentiary is surrounded by multiple fences, and each cell block is guarded very strictly.
After entering through a full metal door, there are still 2 more metallic fixtures to pass through before you're actually inside the building. Each cell is additionally protected by another metal reinforced door and a set of bars. 4 convicts per cell. The only amenity is a toilet behind a little curtain, and that's it.
Like in other prison camps, this one has a workshop for prisoners to work in, a canteen, a church, a TV room, a store, and of course an ad sag. This prison even has its own TV production.
А семья есть у вас? Да, у меня есть семья. У меня есть мама, бабушка, 3 брата.
By the way, Platon Lebedev, Didkovskaya's associate who was convicted in the Yukas case, served his sentence in this colony. He served 8 years in this prison, but there is also another maximum security facility in Harb, which is known by the name Polar Owl. It is designated for those who received a life sentence. The Attorney General's office had found violations of prisoners' rights in both facilities on multiple occasions. The last violation on the Polar Wolf, where Alexei Navalny has been transported to, was found last August.
Господь, да потерпели многомило.